Okay, the recording is live. Okay, the guest to say, please, for those of us that wasn't available for last class, will there be revision before the main class? Oh, um, for that there won't be revision. There won't be revision because we have a lot of things to cover, so I can't start going back doing revision. So the thing is, I shared the link for third class, and so we had four classes already. So two classes, you find the link in the recap. Why the link for the third class, I shared it because I was not supposed to share it, but I shared it on Valentine's Day, that's February 14th. So you can go back to the WhatsApp group and check February 14th chats. You see the link there. So that's for the third class, but fourth class, the link is not on the group. So why I shared that was just to celebrate Valentine for every one of us as a gift. So I'll be including the link to a guide I'll be releasing very soon, hopefully this week. By God's grace, this week the guide will be out. So the guide will be a paid guide. Initially to be very affordable, but with time, price of the guide will go up. So those that can get it while it's still affordable, best of luck. So the link to that videos to all the classes will be in the guide. And other subsequent class, I'll be updating the guide as we proceed. So there won't be a revision now. Sorry for that, but you can check for class 3 in the group and you find the link there. So I did this just to at least ensure that we have participation in class so that people don't just sit down and keep expecting fashion when the class is on. So good evening everyone. Guess it's time. Okay. Sorry, my system is having some issues. So good evening everyone. Welcome us to today's class, Crypto Masterclass 2.0. So as we all know, that this month we are seeing these three areas. So we've done the part one, which is the use of various blockchain, and now we are in the NFTs and Web3. But for tonight's class, we'll be only going into NFTs. Then next class we'll talk about Web3 before we go into trading coins and trading NFTs. So this month we'll be covering all these topics. So we've done with the first um, aspects. Now we are in the second aspect. So you already know about the speaker. Let's not buttress too much on that part. So now for the main business of the day, which is non-fungible token NFT. NFT. So when you hear the word NFT in full, it means non-fungible tokens. Now when you talk of non-fungible tokens, it has a meaning why. That's the reason why we call them non-fungible token. Because your Bitcoin is a fungible token. And what do you mean by fungible tokens? As we proceed, we'll get to see the bigger picture. So introduction. Non-fungible tokens, which is NFTs, have taken the world by storm in 2021. Many in the crypto space were surprised by the massive growth of NFT markets and the various mentioned by mainstream medias this year. Unlike more complicated concepts such as DeFi, the general public could intuitively understand NFT and digital collectibles they present. NFTs may very well be the killer blockchain products that the crypto industry have been waiting for to drive further adoption amongst the masses. So, like we said, that blockchain is just like technology where currency is built upon. So, also for NFTs, NFT is also a product built on the blockchain. So, remember when we did the introduction of blockchain, we talked about blockchain as a foundation or as a land where you build various houses. So one of those houses you build on the land is also NFT. So we build NFT on blockchains. So we can say having introduced blockchain is paramount to us understanding all these things. So now we're going to be explaining what non-fungibility means. So we're going to be explaining that. So in simple terms, A fungible goods is an item that is mutually interchanged with another. Now money is a very good example of that. So now let's take for example a bill of $1,100. Now is worth as the same $100 bill or even $250 bill. So now if I give you $100 bill, you can easily divide it into two, having $250 bill. It's still $100 bill, or you can go as far as dividing it into five places, which is having $20 bill. Now if you sum that five bills together, you have $100 bill. So that is fungible. That means it can be divided, it can be splitted, it can be interchanged for another. Now, despite minor distinctions such as serial numbers and issue dates, paper money is considered fungible as they are interchange and facilitate transaction in our daily lives. Now, on the other hand, vehicles, arts, and properties are examples of non-fungible items that are unique and not changeable with another. So, when we talk of tokens being non-fungible means you cannot interchange them for the other. So now just like we have one vehicle, we can't split that vehicle into two to make one. Like you own one part, I own another part. It's not possible. So you can only have just that one vehicle. But when it comes to like money, you can actually have it in bits. You can have it in bits too. Say money is fungible. So, but for non-fungible token, you cannot actually divide them. You cannot interchange them. You can only have them in whole numbers. You can only have them in whole numbers. Just like we have whole number and fractions in mathematics, primary mathematics, where we have whole numbers, we have fractions. So take non-fungible tokens as whole numbers, while other form of token like the cryptocurrency, they can exist in whole number and also in fractions. But non-fungible tokens only exist in whole. So that's why we call them NFT. So this is a picture example to explain that. So for fungible tokens, and we have intangible, we have the Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, and every other cryptocurrency. They are fungible, they are intangible because you cannot have them physically. They only exist digitally on our wallets, on our computer systems. So for Bitcoin, you can have one Bitcoin and still have in units, various units. You can split that one Bitcoin into various units as you wish. You also have other forms of fungible, which are money, your coins, your gold, and the like. So these ones are tangible because you can actually have them physically. So for the non-fungible, we have the acts, we have trademarks and the likes. So they're non-fungible. So they only exist as just one or in multitude. We also have the non-fungible assets, which are the cars, which are tangible. We have your car, we have your physical painting, we have your buildings and the like. So as we come to this other parts of the picture in this guide, you have fungible tokens, we have BTC stroke Ethereum. So we are under them we have the characteristics, so they are interchangeable, they are uniform, that means they can be traded on exchanges similar to currencies or stock. They can be divided, they are divisible, can be divided into fractions. For example, one Bitcoin is divisible up to one Satoshi, allowing for better liquidity for swapping your tokens. But for non-fungible tokens, which are NFTs, they are not interchangeable. That means you can't change one for the other. You can only have one as it is. Now they are unique, yeah. So that's another features of it. Is they are very unique because they cannot be interchanged. Now they are tradable on marketplaces, not on exchanges. They have their own marketplace where you buy and sell them. So they are used in games, collectibles, art pieces, intellectual properties. So they are non-divisible, cannot be divided into parts, generally illiquid, and is difficult to sell instantly. Yeah, this is one of major drawdown for NFTs because their market is illiquid. You can have them there for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you see nobody to buy it. Now there are various factors that actually make people buy NFT. So you still go into that. So their market is illiquid compared to like BTC where you have a very liquid market. You can go to to the exchange today and sell your one BTC immediately, instantly. But for NFTs is not is not possible. for you to just go and sell immediately except there's someone willing to buy at that moment. But when there's nobody willing to buy at that moment, your NFT will just be on the marketplace. Still, there's someone coming to bid for that your NFT or wanting to buy immediately. But for BTC, even if nobody is buying, you can sell immediately on your exchange. Even if nobody is buying, you can just sell it immediately. So that's kind of a difference between both of them. So the next one, move on to what is NFT. Now we have seen what non-fungibility means. So now I want to know what is actually NFT. What is NFT itself? Please, I hope I've not lost us here. So just let me know if you find anything strange. You can ask your question. So what is NFT? Is there an NFT or non-fungible token? Is unique. Is a unique digital certificate that is stored on a blockchain and provides ownership certain ownership rights in an asset na typically a digital one such as digital work of art. Now NFT, like we said, are non-fungible token and they exist in various form. And there's one thing you should know about NFT is that they are unique and they are digital certificate that is stored on the blockchain. Now take an artist for example, that is an an artist that produces artwork. Now when you design an artwork, there's apart from writing your signature on that artwork, there's no proof of ownership. Yeah, let me put it that way. There's no proof of ownership because someone can actually draw exact same thing you drew and also claim he owns the work. Except maybe there is like a publicity to show that he actually did this work, but if there's no publicity to show, even if there's publicity, someone can still duplicate your work somewhere else and still claim to be the true owner of that work. But with NFT, it's quite different. Once an NFT is minted on the blockchain, then the creator um information is attached to that NFT. Nobody can change that. So that's why we call it a digital certificate. A certificate that once it's minted on the blockchain cannot be erased, cannot be forged. It remains permanent for life. So even if that NFT is sold to 100,000 people, it will still it will still be bringing back the owner's information to show, okay, originally this NFT is minted by so and so person. So and to also show you the history of trade, how it has moved from one hand to the other, from one person to the other. That's why we say they are unique and they are digital certificates stored on the blockchain. Let's continue. The NFT is a powerful tool to establish and demonstrate ownership rights in a data access space, where it is often hard to demonstrate such rights, given how quickly and easily digital work can be replicated. Like I've said that already, we can duplicate. We have so many piracy today, see so many piracy, and we can't actually tell who the true owner of this work or this artwork is. But with the help of NFTs and the blockchain, we can actually tell who the rightful owner is, even when the work is duplicated. You can still see the original one and still tell, okay, it came from so and so origin. NFT are described as non-fungible token because each one is unique and of different value. This is in contrast to fungible assets such as dollar or Bitcoin, which are identical and interchangeable. So let's proceed further. So an NFT is generated. So when you generate an NFT, we call it minting. mint, mint. You just minted, just like when you mint money, like you produce money, you generate money. So same thing goes with NFT. When you generate an NFT, we call that mint. So when you hear me saying mint, it means generating an NFT. So you have the picture already, then you are producing it, placing it on the blockchain. So we call that minting. So an NFT is generated in brackets minted using a smart contract, which is a computer code stored on the blockchain. So for you to generate an NFT, you need a computer and you also need access to a blockchain. So when you have that set, and the blockchain should be a smart contract. Once you have that, all you just need to do is upload your artwork or whatever you want to use as your NFT to the blockchain, and you follow some little procedures, and you have it already on the blockchain. Now the NFT includes a few different fields such as NFT unique identifier, typically referred to as token ID, the blockchain wallet address of the current owner, and an identifier of where the digital work or art associated with the NFT may be found. Now, since blockchain transactions are transparent, anyone can view an NFT and its underlying information, including the blockchain address of the current owner and the blockchain address of each owner since the creation or minting of the NFT. So we already know that the blockchain is um, a transparent digital ledger where you can view transactions. So since the NFT is hosted on the blockchain, then anyone anywhere can view all the information regarding that NFT. Owner, the new owner, the recent owner, the person placing a bid on that NFT, the person who just bought it, the person who just sold it, the person who created it. You see all this information on the blockchain. So proceed further to what are some benefits of NFT? So NFT has various benefits. Like first one, we have scarcity. So with NFTs, one of the benefits of NFTs is that it has scarcity. So the owner can decide to just mint just one of that NFT, and in circulation it should just be one of that NFT, no other. Just be that one, and you can decide to mint 1,000 copy, and throughout circulation you only have that 1,000 copy. Now we have authenticity, talking about um proof of ownership. Talk of authenticity and talking of proof of ownership. So when ownership is transferred from one person to the other, all these informations are on the blockchain. All these information are on the blockchain. So nobody can actually tell you, oh, I own this NFT. You can verify that for yourself on the blockchain. We are still going to see all these things I'm listing. We are still going to take a case study on OpenSea, one of um the first marketplace for NFTs. So we also have history of ownership. So when the ownership is transferred, when you buy um artwork from the artist himself who created the artwork, you are now the owner of the artwork because you bought it, you paid for it. So the same thing happens with NFT. When a creator of an NFT meets an NFT on the blockchain, then sells it to someone, now that person can decide to also sell it to another person, and the person is selling to can also decide to sell it to another person. So as this ownership is being transferred from one person to the other, from one wallet to the other, all this history of transaction is recorded on the blockchain. If the NFT have passed through about 10 different wallet addresses, you see that information down to the most recent person owning that NFT. Now, and the next benefit, it says indivisible. The NFT cannot be splitted into two. But though now, with the advance in technology and the likes, we now have what we call fractionalized NFT. So that is a story for another day. We have what we call fractionalized NFT. Now we said NFT cannot be divisible, but here I'm telling you now that we now have fractionalized NFT. That one NFT that is minted can be broken down bits, into bits. But that is another aspect entirely. So let's proceed further. Let's proceed further. So now when did the technology of NFT emerge? So early form of NFT have been around since the May 2010, but it wasn't until late 2017 when a digital cat trending game called Crypto Kitties went viral that gained NFT momentum. So NFT bubble all started from Crypto Kitties, a gaming platform that minted some digital artwork of cats on the blockchain. So from there, energy gained ground and became popular. NFT became widely adopted within the blockchain community in 2018 with the release of the common digital standard ERC 721 for minting NFT on Ethereum blockchain. So originally, NFT was generated on Ethereum blockchain because Ethereum is the father of smart contracts. So with the help of smart contracts, people were able to mint NFT using the standard of ERC 721. This is the standard for NFT. But for the standard of cryptocurrencies, we have ERC 20. If you remember what we discussed about that in our last class, we talk of various examples of cryptocurrencies and blockchains. So we have ERC 20, that's for cryptocurrency. But when it comes to NFT minting, it has a standard of ERC 721. So you should take note of these numbers. So so we can broadly categorize the industry into it. NFTs minting or creation is categorized into these eight aspects. So every other one comes from these eight categories. Now the first one is art. You can have an artwork minted as an NFT. You can mint music, yeah, music as audio files. You can mint audio files as NFT. You can even mint video file too as NFT. You can mint it as an NFT. You can mint collectibles in forms of artifacts, gems and the likes that are in digital formats. You can also mint them on the on as an NFT. Games too. Games, we have game card and the likes, weapons, games like this popular game Axie Infinity. I shared video on that in the cryptocurrency 2.0 recap. So if you go back to that link, you see in the bonus track where we have more about Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity uses NFT tool as a tool for their gaming platform. They also have sports. So like so many football club are also minting fan token with the use of NFT. Like we have the likes of AC Milan, FC Porto and the like. So we all have so many sports coming into NFT. We have this basketball association as well coming to NFT. So you can mint sports kits, sportswear, sports whatever as an NFT. We have the metaverse itself. We have the metaverse talking about a digital world, the virtual reality world. It's also we also have that segmented under NFT. We also have utility. Now utility can be of different form. Like you can have that as a domain name, or the utility can be to as far as you hold that NFT, you have some access to some kind of events, membership pass, community community driven events and the likes. And we also have financial. So NFTs can also stand in the gap of finance where you can mint an NFT for the purpose of staking or for the purpose of lending. So when you own that NFT, you have access to stake and earn. You have access to lend that NFT and get rewarded for that. So these are some of the categories, or we can say eight categories where NFTs can be categorized or segmented into. Then going further, we have NFTs on other blockchain. So not just Ethereum blockchain. Since the advent of Ethereum blockchain, we now add other blockchains that also support smart contracts. So therefore, we can have NFTs on this blockchain as well. So we have that of the Ethereum and the standard we use on Ethereum. We have the ERC 721, ERC 1155, we have the ERC 998. But majorly we make use of ERC 721. Why this ERC 115 came as an upgrade of 721. So there were some flaws with F721 whereby you pay high fee to transfer or transact NFTs. So with the advent of 115, then the gas fee was reduced. You can even send an NFT for almost free of charge, depending on the blockchain your NFT is hosted, and it supports other functionalities which the 721 doesn't support. So we have some NFT projects like the CryptoPunk. These NFTs are quite expensive now. We also have the Ethereum name service. These are domain name service that exists as NFT. And we have the Crypto Kitties, which are the pioneer of NFTs. We have a lot of projects, but these are just to mention some few. So when you go to the Binance Smart Chain, we have the two standard NFT standard, which are the BIP 721 and the BIP 1155. So there we have the crypto doggies we have the planet versus undead, we have the crypto blade and the likes. We have so many NFT projects there on Binance Smart Chain and so many marketplaces as well. So for Solana too, we have various projects. We have various projects. So you can check them out. You can just go on Google and search for or go to Coin Market Cap and search for NFT. So now what are those things we can do with NFTs? What are those things we can do with NFT? One, you can mint your NFT, just like you say you can generate. When you mint means you generate your NFT. It can be held as a collection. You can just hold them, just like when you buy an artwork and you place in your room, or you place in your apartment, or you place in your office, just having it uh, amongst your collection of arts. The same thing you can do that digitally, having those collection on your wallet. So if anybody have access to your wallet address, they can view those NFTs you have on you can view those NFT you have on the blockchain. And you can as well place this collection in the metaverse. Have like an art gallery in the metaverse. Sometimes I think last month, me and some of my friends in a crypto group, we went to the metaverse and we went to an art gallery in the metaverse and we saw so many NFTs that were minted and placed there. So you can do that as well. Right from our smartphone devices, we were able to view art gallery in the metaverse. So these are things you can do with NFTs. You can trade them. That means you can buy, you can sell them. And most people do that for flipping. They buy some valuable NFTs they buy them cheap and they sell it double the price, triple the price, 10x the price, depending on how long they want to hold it or how valuable that NFT is. So you should know that there's so many NFT out. Anybody can decide to mint NFT. That does not mean because someone mints NFT then it's valuable. No, there are still some things to consider when buying NFT. So many things to consider. So that you can transfer them from one wallet to the other. If you don't want to sell it, you can mint an NFT and send to someone. Like there was I think last month or this month, I minted an NFT for my friend Olabi. You get this picture. I know he's on the call here. And after minting it, I requested for his wallet address and I sent him the NFT I minted for him. So that's things you can do with NFT. You can transfer them as well. Now you can use them for gaming, have them as a weapon, add to your collection to upgrade your weapon, um, maybe advance in a particular stage, or do whatever, or have more playing life and the likes. So you can use them as that. So depending on the game you are playing and the requirement for that game. So NFTs can be staked as well, like I said earlier. You can stake an NFT to earn reward in crypto. It can be fractionalized, that means it can be broken into bits. So one NFT can be co-owned by maybe 10 people, 20 people, depending on the number of fractionalization. You can lend an NFT as well, and it can be used as a support for fans, artists. We call that fan token. So when you own, let's take the video for example now. The video decide to mint his music album as an NFT. So for even one of us holding that NFT of his music album, we have access to maybe other events he's hosting. So we are supporting him by buying that his NFT and giving us access to other events. So that is the kind of utility he has added to his NFT. So not just us buying the music alone, but with NFT is like he gets pass to maybe private events for his fan base. So these are things we can do with So you can see that with the NFT market is what we can do with cryptocurrency is so limitless. So limitless. So what does it mean to mint? I've explained this earlier. Minting an NFT now it says it refers to the creation of an NFT and its recordation on the blockchain for the first time. And the minter may be the creator of the work associated with the NFT, such as the artist or someone with the appropriate right to mint an NFT of a digital asset. So that will lead us to what we call NFT marketplace. So where do you buy, where do you sell your NFT or where do you mint an NFT? We call that place an NFT marketplace. So this is the place where you buy your NFT, sell your NFT, you mint your NFT. So for selling and for placing an NFT for sale, we call it listing. So we call it, so these are little terms you need to be familiar with. We call it listing. So we tell you, you go and list your NFT in so and so marketplace. Means you should put it on sale so that people can purchase it. Because until you place an NFT on sale, before people can actually buy it from you. So for NFTs, a marketplace is also needed to facilitate the minting, sales, and secondary trading of NFTs between prospective NFT buyers and sellers. There are multiple NFT marketplaces available, each specializing in catering to different group of NFT buyers and sellers. For this session, we use OpenSea as an example to show you various functions available on a typical NFT marketplace. So a typical example that we'll be looking at today is OpenSea. So you can as well go on your browser to www.opensea.io, which is one of the first, not just one of the first, is the first NFT marketplace ever existed, and it existed on Ethereum blockchain. But currently, we now have integration of Polygon blockchain together with Ethereum blockchain. So we know that Polygon is a sidechain of Ethereum. Don't forget we said Polygon is a sidechain to Ethereum. So before we go into the OpenSea and begin to do some listing and some checking out, seeing how NFT looks, I want to get our feedback. Do you have any questions so far? Hope I'm not too fast. Hope I've not bored us with so many information. So I want to hear from us. Kindly unmute your mic and talk. Let me hear feedback, or you can type in the chat section. Okay, I hear our feedback before I proceed further. Are you still with me? Nobody's saying anything. All right. Whoever said this with me, you're with me. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. So do you have any question before we proceed to the NFT marketplace itself? How we can mint, sell, buy, do stuffs. All right. Should I done? All right. All right. So now we'll be heading over to OpenSea. Okay. Someone said he has a question. Okay. Someone said difficult to unmute. Oh, let me check the part of the settings, the host control setting. Let me see. Okay, sorry for that. So I've changed the host control section. So I guess you can unmute yourself now. So Mr. John said he has a question. Please go ahead with your question. I've done the microphone, so I guess you can unmute now. So go ahead with your question before I proceed further. And as well use the microphone. So I've worked on the settings.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you clean and clear.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, my question is you talked about an NFT.
Yeah,
It's not like Bitcoin that you can actually sell immediately, even if there is no buyer, you can actually sell. Okay?
yeah,
I think that's what you said.
yes,
But for NFT, you said you cannot easily sell if there is no buyer.
yes, you can easily sell.
Okay, which means that it is possible for your NFT to be there for years if there is no buyer.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question now is this: how do you know a sought for NFT, or how do you know an NFT that is valuable? Because the main aim of you having an NFT mostly sometimes is because you want to trade it for money.
Mm, yeah.
So how do you know a sought for NFT? Like how do you know people will actually want this NFT, or how do you know a valuable NFT to enable you to be able to sell faster?
Okay. Thank you for that question. Okay, so I'm going to answer the question in two ways. Now, the first, why is the NFT market illiquid? We call it an illiquid market. That is one of the major challenges we are facing. Maybe in the future, it will become very liquid due to technology advancements, but for now it's illiquid. You can't actually sell it immediately. Unlike your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, you can just go to an exchange, sell with the current market price, and you're out of the market. Now, why? Now, number one, you notice that when you buy an artwork, you don't when you buy an artwork from an artist, you don't just get a buyer immediately, except someone is interested in that artwork, right? Or you go to an art gallery, you can go to an art gallery this year, you see that same painting over and over again, except someone just decides to buy the artwork, right? So the same thing with NFT. So is that is one of the major reasons why it's illiquid. And how do you identify a valuable NFT that you can flip? Like call it flipping. So you buy an NFT for, let's say, 1 Ethereum, and you want to sell it around 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum to make back one times your money or two times your money. So now we determine that through various ways. Now, first, you need to know about the creator of the NFT. Who is creating this NFT? Now, if the person creating the NFT is kind of popular or well known or has um, past records, then definitely that NFT has value over someone who is just coming from nowhere to mint an NFT. An artist who is just coming from unknown background to mint an NFT. One, creator matters a lot. Now imagine a popular musician or a popular artist, maybe an artist that is well known that has his collection on various art gallery, decides to go into NFT tomorrow. Now with his popularity and his previous track record he has, that alone speaks for him. So those his community of people, he can actually convert them into buyers of his NFT. So one, the creator matters a lot. Now imagine Don Jazzy now minting an NFT on the blockchain. Before a blink of an eye, people will buy his artwork. Why? Because he's popular, he's a musician. So if he mints his music as an NFT, surely people will buy from him. So these are things that actually values NFT. Two, we have I hope you're jotting all these things down because it's not in the guide, but because it's asked, that's why I'm sharing this with us. So first, the creator matters a lot, the owner of the NFT, who is minting the NFT, where is the NFT coming from, the origination. Now, two, we have scarcity. How scarce is that material you're minting or that digital artwork you're minting on the NFT? How scarce is it? Is it something everybody can just have access to? Now imagine minting an artwork of Mona Lisa on the NFT marketplace. People will start fighting to buy that NFT. People will start fighting because Mona Lisa is not an artwork you can just get like that. You need to go to maybe Paris or Italy or Spain, wherever the artwork is currently, to actually see the artwork. Now carrying that artwork, bringing it to a digital space is a scarce, is a rare artwork. So people want to go for it. So scarcity also matters a lot. The owner number one, number two, scarcity. And number three, talk about community. And if the NFT is built around the community of people, like we have Board Ape, for example. Board Ape is built Body Arts Club is built around the Body Art Club. So these are communities of rich people who actually created this NFT for the fun of it and also for some use case. So if you own that NFT, you have access to some kind of benefit. So utility also. So I mentioned four things. The first one is the creator. The second one is scarcity. Now the third one is community driven. If it's built around the community or around the projects, let's say it's built around a gaming platform, for example. So when you know, okay, so for me to advance in level 5 or level 6, I need so and so weapon to advance in this game. So what do? I go to the blockchain where that weapon is minted, I buy it. So that NFT automatically has value because you need that weapon to advance. Many of us who play games online, we play Modern Combat, Mortal Kombat, Asphalt, Need for Speed, all these games and the likes. So we know we buy weapon most times with those things we get on the game. We buy weapons to upgrade so that we can actually advance to another level. because when the level becomes difficult, you need some kind of specialized weapon to defeat your enemy. The same thing with NFTs. Game creators who launch on the blockchain, they design their game in such a way that for you to advance in levels in that game, you need all these NFTs, all these cards, all these collectibles to be able to advance. So automatically that NFT has value. The same thing with Axie Infinity. That's one of the things that makes the coin so popular today. So talking about the owner, the scarcity, community, utility. That's the fourth one. So gaming is a kind of utility for NFT. So gaming is also a utility. So excuse me, these are various ways if an NFT is valuable. So also the project behind that NFT. Now if the NFT is centered around a particular project, just like we have various cryptocurrencies today that are solving one problem or the other. Now what is the basis of that NFT? Is it centered around a project, or is just owned by an artist who wants to display his artwork, how beautiful it is, and you just want to buy it and have it? It's not all NFT that will be valuable, will have utility. Some of them are just so beautiful that once you see them, they are so attractive, even though you don't know the owner, you want to have it. So you sure you get me? So these are ways in which NFT are valued. So the creator needs to sit down and look and actually analyze, okay, this NFT, what do I want to achieve with this? So whatever I want to achieve with that is NFT or an NFT, he pass that message across to a community of people, and when they buy into the idea, they purchase the NFT. We have so many NFT today. We see some ladies coming into NFT and they start minting so many things, and they know people that they can sell these things to, and they target those people, pass the message across to them, and people begin to buy. So these are various ways in which NFTs can be valued. We have other ways, but let me just stop here for now. I hope your question got answered. Did that answer your question, Mr. John? Are you still with us? Okay, okay, you replied already, said yes. All right, thank you. So any other question before I move to the open sea? Open sea, open sea. Okay, we are on open sea. We are on open sea. All right, so this is the first NFT platform that was ever created on the blockchain. So it was created on Ethereum blockchain, and from here, other projects begin to take example of how they can create in their own NFT. So now this is an artwork. You can see by my right here, we have an artwork, and this is the owner of the artwork. Then that is Lisa ODT, and the name of the NFT is Kimono. This is like a Japanese name. So we also have notable drops. So you can see how beautiful this image is. You want to have it by just looking at it. So these are collections, and once people have bought, the prices, how they are doing. So you can see like when I was talking about the board ape yacht club. So far so good. They'll be able to make a transaction of over 5,000 Ethereum, and the floor price, that means the lowest price you can buy one of these NFT is 92 Ethereum. So you can see how valuable this what is it called? This NFT is. Initially, it was not up to this amount, but with time, the value begin to increase as the community behind it begin to add more value to it. So this is one of the most expensive NFT you can get now. One of the most expensive. Like when I mean expensive, 92 Ethereum just to get one. That is over how many millions in dollars. Now, one Ethereum is around $3,000. Now multiply $3,000 by 92. Yeah, you know what we are saying. So now these are different projects you can look into. These are different projects you can look into, but all these ones are really really expensive. So they are very expensive. We can change this to let's say 24 hours. Let's see what we have under 24 hours. Okay, so these are some of the projects and how they are doing the last 24 hours. Wants to join. So we have some trending in all categories. We have these are crypto corgis. Now you can also view all this and see what they are about, why you should buy them. So you can create, sell your NFT, set up your wallet. The first thing you need a wallet like your Trust Wallet or MetaMask, any of those two will do. Then you create a collection. I create a collection where you want those NFTs to be placed on. Then you add your NFT. After you do that, then you list them for sale. So that is four basic steps you going and begin to make money using NFT. So now these are various categories. You know, we talked about various categories of NFT. So we have the arts where you have your random artwork and the likes. You have collectibles like your CryptoPunk, your board ape. Now you have domain names just like we have websites. That's the same thing with domain names. The website name. Like you have google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com. Those are all called domain names. So they can also exist in NFT. Now imagine someone minting google.com as a domain name for an NFT. People will want to buy it, but I guess that NFT will not be available again because someone would have actually minted it. We have music, you can have it. So when you buy this NFT, you can listen to the song of the artist. We have photography, we have sports, we have trading card, we have utility, we have virtual world. So all these NFT are valued one way or the other. So we have Meet Open so you can actually watch this video on your own. You can also explore the marketplace and they have um some people they partner with all these people. You can see that here. So let's just explore one. Let's see. Okay, let's explore this one we are seeing here. Or let's go to let's go to Board Ape. Where's Board Ape? We have Board Ape Yacht Club number 9. Let's go to Board Ape. Let's see what we have on that Board Ape and what they are about. So currently we have just 10,000 of this item. So ever create in total circulation we only have 10,000 bought ape NFTs. 10,000 of this NFT is been minted so far. So that's what we talk about scarcity. You can't have more than 10,000. Once it's created, you can't increase the number, you can't inflate it. You can only decrease it, but you can't inflate it. We have just 10,000 and over over this 10,000 we have 6,000 people owning this NFT. They have just 6,000 people owning it. And the floor price means the last price it was traded at. That's what we call floor price. Now, if I buy one of these board ape, now when we talk about illiquid markets, now there is also something we need to note for NFT. Now as this NFT is valued 93 Ethereum now, it can be valued 0.0000 Ethereum within seconds. Now, it asks me how. So now if I buy this board ape yacht club now tomorrow, if I buy it at 93 Ethereum, and I said, nobody's buying this thing 93 Ethereum. I want to sell my own at 50 Ethereum. I can list mine for 50 Ethereum and nobody will query me. Now, if someone comes and buy that 50 Ethereum, now the next price if it's 93, the floor price will go back to 93. But if the next price is not 93, let someone else listed his own for like 60. Because it always work with the last price. That means the lowest price it was listed at. So if someone lists is for let's say 60, I listed mine for 50, the next price will be 50, the next floor price will be 50. Till that lowest price or that last price has been cleared before it can go back to this 93. Now, if after 60, the next price is 100 Ethereum, the floor price will become 100 Ethereum. That's why you should always be careful when listing NFTs, especially when they are very, very valuable. You don't just want to sell it for any other price, else you regret it. All right, so Bored Ape Yacht Club is a collection of 10,000 unique Bored Ape NFTs, unique digital collectibles living on Ethereum blockchain. Your Bored Ape doubles as your Yacht Club membership card and grants access to members only benefits. The first of which is access to the first of which is access to the bathroom, a collaborative gravity board. The future areas and pair can be unlocked by the community through roadmap activation. Visit www.boardabeyartclub.com for more details. So you can see this NFT has a utility attached to it. That's why it's valued at this price. So apart from just having this on the Ethereum blockchain, you have access to membership card. You have access to member benefits, member only benefits. So it's only those people that own this NFT that can have access to those benefits. And you also have access to the bedroom. So you can go to Google and search what the bedroom is and see it's a collaborative graffiti board where you have so many graffiti designers and the likes. So this board API club is for big boys. So and also ways you know if a NFT what also add value to an NFT is this verified sign. So you can see this board API club is a verified collection. So if you get eventually get verified on a marketplace like OpenSea, just like we have verified account on Twitter, on Instagram, and the like. So if you can get verified, definitely it also add more value. So it shows that you are actually real about what you are doing. You are not here to scam people and just run off with their money. So you can also visit their social media, to their websites, their Discord channel, their Instagram, their Twitter. You can also come here to see, okay, have more information. And you can also add this to your watch list if you have if you this website this blockchain, and if it's connected to a wallet address, I can just add it to my watch list and just whatever. So the total volume traded so far is 399,000 Ethereum. 399,000 Ethereum. Wow. So you can also see the items they have on their lists. You can see the activity so far, who is buying, who is selling, who is minting, who is transferring, who is doing what, from which wallet to which wallet. So you can also see in the last 90 days the average price, their trading volume, and the like. So all these formations are stored in the blockchain. You can see someone bought, so you can see sale. Someone bought this Ethereum 1 hour ago. Bought this 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 what is it called? This my this NFT 1 hour ago for a price of 92 Ethereum. Bought it 1 hour ago for a price of 92 Ethereum. So you can see the next one, someone bought is for 110 Ethereum. So you can see the price is not static. So what also add value, or who gives NFT price, is the creator or the owner. So a creator of an NFT can create an NFT and sell it for 1 Ethereum. Me, I can decide to buy that NFT for 1 Ethereum and list it at 10 Ethereum. Yes, it's my NFT. Whatever I like, I do with it. And I can also decide to list it for 0.1 Ethereum. It's still my NFT. I'm the one losing, not you. Yours is to buy and buy cheap. So you can see someone bought this now, from which wallet to which person, which time it occurred 1 hour ago. So you can see all these informations are stored on the blockchain. So you can also see previous history of all these NFTs. You can see, wow, someone sold this one for 153 Ethereum. Wow. So all these informations you have them on the blockchain, who is buying. So you can also come here to do like the sorting, the listing, the bids, the transfer bid, like people are placing, like when you go to an auction house, people are placing different bids. So the highest bid takes it all. So let's go back to item. So let's view one of these NFT. So you can see just 10,000 items listed. So this is one of the board ape. So each of them have various price depending on the owner and the price is wanting to sell at. So imagine owning one of these NFT. I know many of us will not decide to sell because of how valuable it is. With this your board ape NFT, you can use to collect collateral in the crypto industry. Yes, you can use it to collect loan in the crypto industry. You just say, "Ah, hold this my NFT. Oh. When I have money, I'll come and pay you back." And they'll be willing to collect it from you. So you can see different prices. So you can see they are unique. Each of them have different attributes, have different color, and not just the same. All these NFTs they were randomly generated through an algorithm. So it's randomly generated through an algorithm. So they have different pictures, and sometimes artists take time to design them one after so that each of them don't look identical. Yeah, actually unique. Actually unique. And sometimes you can just have one of these NFT minted in 100 places. So now the disadvantage with that is if one person is listing, let's say for example we have this one I'm clicking on now. Loading. So now let's say for example this one I'm clicking on now. I minted this one in let's say 100 places. Now when one person lists it for one Ethereum, that means the whole of this collection is listed for one Ethereum. But if someone else lists for 2 Ethereum, it will still be on that one Ethereum until someone buys it as that one Ethereum and released it for let's say 3 Ethereum or 2 Ethereum, then the floor price increases. But if you notice with this, each of them have a different amount, but it's not affecting the original floor price. It's only giving us an average of the floor price because they were minted one after the other. So this one is just one copy. This one is just one copy, but for the Body Agile Club, these apes there are 10,000 in the collection, but each of them were minted differently. So you can mint one and have various copy, or you can mint various copies individually. So I can place a bid now. This person did he list it? Let me see. Okay, he didn't list this is NFT. So you can see it is owned by who? It's owned by E88 votes. So far so good. 4.6K people have liked this NFT. They are eyeing it. They want to have it. That's why they make it available, right? Now, this says the last time this NFT was on sale was 19th of August 2020. Okay, sorry. When the sale will end, okay, when the person because when you want to sell an NFT, you actually put expiration date, the start date to the end date. You want it to be off sale. So the sale is going to end 19th of August 2022 around so and so time. Now, top bid, reserve price not met. So a person place a just left it there for people to come and bid on. So I can place a bid now. So you can want to buy my own at 100 Ethereum, but first I need to connect to my wallet. I'm not buying it. If I get money reach this place, if I go buy, you can see the price in don't worry, I'm going to own one body art NFT very soon. You should not laugh at me. Oh. Just say amen for me. So you can see the price around 234,328 dollars. So you can see how huge it is. Very, very expensive. Very, very. Convert that to naira, then you know what we are saying. That is close to billion, if not up to billion. So now, so far so good. We have about one, two, three, four people placing bid on this NFT. You can see this person that is at this light is not serious. This NFT angel trader. You can see this whoever this person is not serious. He wants to buy this expensive NFT for 0.0069 Ethereum. That's $18. I want to buy this NFT for $18. This kind of people is also throw them stone if you see them physically. But this is what happens on the blockchain because it's transparent. Anybody can do whatever he likes. Nobody owes you for it. So someone else wants to buy for 63, why someone else to buy for 84, why someone wants to buy for 82. So that's why you can see the price there is what 82 because this is the top bid. Person is placing a bid to buy for 82. So now if this seller or the owner of this NFT decide to say, oh, I'm tired of holding this NFT, I need cash, I want to do something. it just allows, it just take the bid, and this top bid, person placing this 82 Ethereum for it gets the NFT. Gets the NFT, yes, gets it. So now let's see some history on this NFT. So let's see. So now you can see how much this now let's go to the shocking part. Let me see. Okay, let's go below. Okay, now like we said, we can see history. So now this board ape yacht club was minted 10 months ago by this it was minted from non-address from the blockchain to this address. So this was the original creator. So you can view here and see other of his artwork. So now this is the original creator of this NFT. Now Amstel. Now he minted this NFT 10 months ago. Now he sold it for 0.45 Ethereum. That is why he sold it, he listed it, and someone open meter bought it at that price. Now, since that 10 months ago, this open meter, Ape, sorry, I said open meter, Ape Master, sorry, Ape Master bought it, sold the NFT to OXD 35B. Still that same month ago. Now, this same person sold his own for 62 Ethereum. Wow. He bought it 10 months ago. So you can see how long it takes before he sold it at this price. Within a year, became freaking millionaire in naira. But in dollars, it's not a millionaire, it's a thousandaire in dollar. But when you convert that to naira, he's a freaking millionaire. So from 0.4 he bought it, that is not even up to 1 Ethereum. That is not up to 1 Ethereum. As at then, it shouldn't be up to, like say, maybe $1,000, at most maybe $1,500, depending on the all-time high of Ethereum then, because the all-time high of Ethereum is around $4,000. So let's say he's buying it for $2,000 at worst. He bought it for $2,000. Now he sold it for 62 Ethereum. Whatever the price it is then, he has gotten, that is over 63 times his money. Wow, over 63 times the current price he bought it at. So now this person who bought it for at 62 Ethereum now has placed it on bid. Okay, transferred it from his wallet, from this EE8. He transferred it to EE E88 volts. So now this E88 volt now is now placing it on bid. So you can see now he bought it at 62.88. So I don't know the price he wants to sell now, but he has a bid higher than that, and than that amount. So you can see he's already in profit. If he decide to sell at 82.88, he has made over 20 Ethereum in profit. So this uh how you can make money with NFTs. So you can buy at a particular price and sell at another price. So I would say the market is illiquid because it can take months, sometimes years, for you to be able to sell that NFT. Now, depending on how valuable or the use case or the utility behind that your NFT before you can get it sold. So let's see the description. Okay, the description created by the Pod ATR Club. Now, what are the properties of this NFT? And also scarcity also determines how much it will be valued for. So this is the background talking about the color, the earrings, the eye, or the art, the mouth. All these are attributes. All these are all properties. So about the body that club, you can also see information about them. Details. We have details. Now this is contract address, a token ID, token standard. You can see what we're talking about. 721. Now, blockchains on Ethereum, the metadata is frozen. You cannot edit it, but you can only view and see what is happening. Even the owner cannot edit or add or remove anything from his NFT. So, his NFT. So, should you create our own NFT? Should you create one? Should you create one? Okay, so let me see. Profile. So, first, I need to connect my wallet. Let me connect my wallet. So, we'll be using the Polygon. Using the Polygon. Let me share this tab. Here you can see. Using the Polygon. Polygon network. Because Ethereum is quite expensive. I'm not ready to pay the gas fee for Ethereum. Except someone wants to donate for us, want to send me about one Ethereum, then I'll go ahead and mint on Ethereum blockchain. Let me just drop my address in the chat section ASAP. So please volunteer if you want to. Still connecting. No, I'm not using. I'm going to switch network. I'm going to switch network. Rounding up very soon. By 9:30, we should be done. So I'm going to switch network now. So I'm using Polygon minutes. Password. Password. Unlock my wallet. Taking time to load. Think service is doing itself. Data was not have about. Okay. All right. So now connect next. Mm, 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 mm. Connecting. So you're connected. So let's see the NFTs I have in this wallet. So this is my NFT. So this is my cover picture. This is my profile picture. My name, Dino O1. So I have about two accounts. I have one for my main wallet. Why this is just for I call it my play wallet. Someone joining. Okay, you can't see my screen. Sorry. Let me share the screen. Where is this instead? Share. I hope you can see my screen now. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so this is my profile. So I created this account July 2022. So far so good. I've collected about more than two actually, but some are in my hidden. I left them there. So I have two-faced NFT. So the value is still below sheet for now. I'll still leave it till it gets valued. So if I've created anyone, you see it created. The wallets I have created some NFTs actually not on this MetaMask account on my phone. You won't be able to have access to that except I'll be using my phone to share the screen. So now my favorite NFTs, the ones I have liked that I like them. What's the artwork they did? Let's see what you have there. We have this. I really like this one. This lady carrying the ball. So you can see the price. This is the price so far. We have this. Okay, we have other ones here. Alright, so Eden, let's go to Eden. So far so good. I have about 9 NFTs here. Mm, 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 mm. So you can see some of this. I got them as a gift. Then I got them from participating in some little tax. So I can decide to sell any of these. Now let's list one of these NFT. Which one should we list? Let's list this one. Let's list it. Can't cover all the topic on NFT today. So currently, this is what I was saying about NFT, like listing them and the like. So now this is the floor price now of this NFT. It's showing me the coin price. So it's at 0.0008. That is around $2. So it's very cheap now. So now so far so good. We have 15,000 people owning this NFT. So 15,000 people have the same NFT with me. So this one NFT now was minted. How many copies was minted? 100,000 copies was minted. So if one person is selling for $2, definitely this NFT will be worth $2. Another person is selling for $10 until this $2 is sold or removed from the list. before it can now worth that $10. So I can decide to buy more, or I can decide to sell mine. So these are various listing price. You can see the lowest price there is $2.1. So we have 2.13, we have $13, we have $21. So you can see the price is already increasing. So if someone can buy this one, sorry, if someone can buy this, then the next level or the next price here is 0.005 Ethereum, which is about $13. NFT be worth $13. So owners of NFT actually are the ones that actually give value to NFT, unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and the likes that you don't have control over the price. Market makers or the amount of liquidity on that coin actually determines the price. So the supply and the current amount of money sitting on that token, that is what actually determines the price. If the price will be worth 40,000 or 2,000 or $300. But for NFTs, the game is actually different. The owners of NFTs are the ones that determine the price they want to sell at. So you owning an NFT, you determine the price you want to sell it at. So the ball is in your court. Whatever you decide, you can do. So we also have some other prizes here. So you have them like that, like that. So some of the activities that have been done, someone transferred about 495 um, copies of this NFT. Someone transferred one, someone transferred 798, 796, someone transferred 100, someone transferred one. We've not seen any sold so far. Just transfer. Just dashing himself. So actually, this valuable, this NFT is not valued yet. It's not valued yet. Maybe 2 years or 3 years from now might have tangible value depending on the creator of this NFT, which is a billionaire NFT, decides to do some um sorry for that. We decide to do something about it. So now let's sell this NFT. Let's sell it. So I want to list it now. Selling, listing, they are the same thing. So I want to sell this NFT. You can see my screen. So I click on sell. Why is it not selling? Let's sell this guy. If you want to buy, you can just click on buy and buy. I want to sell this. Loading, it's taking time to load. Let's wait for it to finish loading. Service is quite slow tonight. Sorry for that. Okay, it's loading. Are we still mint NFT tonight? Time is fast spent. Okay, so now amount I want to sell at. So list the item for sale. How much I want to sell? I want to sell for 100 Ethereum. Don't call me greedy. Is it too much? Okay, let's sell for you sell for 10 Ethereum or 1 Ethereum. That's about $2,000. Before someone come and buy 1 Ethereum worth of this NFT, must have seen $2 on, so must have sold all those $2, $3, little one must have gotten away before. So now the duration, let's see how long that I want it to stay there. Since I'm selling for an higher price, or I like to stay there longer, 1 month. No, I want it to be more than 1 month. Let's see. Let me change the starting and the ending date. Let's say I want it to start from. Let's see. I want to start from 20. Today is 20th. Okay, I want to start from tomorrow. That's 21. Start from tomorrow, 21 to when? So let's say August 20th. So the time, let's say by 9 p.m. Just 24 hours. Okay, let's just leave it for 1 month. Let's not waste our time on this. Okay, okay, right. So let's say for more option. We're not reserving it for anybody. Anybody can buy it. So now there's something about NFT I didn't tell us. Now we have what we call royalty. So with NFT you can get royalty on your NFT. You can get royalty. So what does that mean? What does royalty means that when you mint an NFT, for example, you mint this NFT, for example, now you set a royalty fee on it, a royalty percentage on it. So now for everyone that sells that NFT, like let's say I create this NFT, I created this NFT and I place a royalty of let's say 5 or 10% on it. It means if anybody buys the NFT, not from me this time around now, someone buys it from me, fine. Now if anybody buys it from that person, I get a commission of 10% every sale the person make on that NFT. So now if the NFT keeps going to another person, so for every sale on that NFT, I get 10%, I get 10% royalty, I get 10% royalty. So as the creator of your NFT, you can set your royalty on it. You can mint a receipt for your business as an NFT and you keep getting royalty for that. So now once I'm done with this so now this is the service fee. That means this exchange will be collecting 2.5%. That's static, you can't change that. But the royalty, the creator fee, which is the royalty, can change depending on the creator. You can decide to collect 1% if you want, you can decide to collect 10%. But the maximum I've seen so far is 10%. You don't want to be too greedy, else nobody will buy your NFT. You just want to make it minimal. Some people make everything 10%. So when the creator service fee is 2.5, so they cannot make their royalty 7.5%. So so far so good. Now total of this fee here is about 12.5%. So now I just click on complete listing. Once I click on complete listing, I'll be asked to sign to acknowledge the transaction on the blockchain. I'm going to share this tab. Share this tab right now. I hope you can see this. Alright, you can see it. Oops. So I'll wait for that to load. I'll wait for that to load, then good to go. Okay. So I'll click on sign. So you can see I'm using the Matic, the Polygon network to perform this. Let me reshare my screen. And many of us might not see the screen again. Once I perform transaction with that, with the wallet tells me. So I've accepted it. I clicked on it. So I don't know why it's still rolling, still rolling, still rolling. Oh, it said order is in schedule too far for a future within 30 days. Okay. So there was an error there was an error during the listing, but that's not an issue. I just wanted to show us how to list. So I guess the date duration was too long too, but we've seen how to list. That's the major aim. We've seen how to list on OpenSea. So the last one we're doing is how to create an NFT. So you come to create, but first before you create an NFT, you must have be asking us to also perform this to also accept this. Now first thing first, you must have created a collection. You have created a collection or you can list. So we sign this signature, sign. Let me reshare the screen. This thing is kind of share the screen again. So creating an NFT is very simple, very simple. So you already have your artwork, either your image. You can see my screen. Okay, you can see my screen. So you have your image, your video, your audio, or your 3D model, whatever it is. So the maximum MB, so these are the file types supported: JPG, PNG, GIF, SVG, MP4, MP3, WAV, OGG, GBL, and the like. So the maximum MB should not be more than 100 MB. So whatever you are designing or you are creating should not be more than 100 MB. Even 100 MB service as a 10 MB is enough. So this your place you upload, just like the way you upload a profile picture on Facebook, on WhatsApp, what have you. So just click on it, locate the item you want to mint. So let me say I want to mint this. Okay, I have some video name intros. I plan to sell this. Let me see. Should I mint this? Okay. Let me mint this. Which one should I pick? Okay. So I want to mint this. So you can see this is a name intro of myself. I hope you can see the screen. So let's just mint this for the sake of this class. I can change it if I want to, but I'm not changing it. Let me leave it like that. So this is just like a short 3 seconds video. I can add audio if I want. I get it should have an audio now. B doesn't have video. So now see because you have included this got so this is just like a logo. This is just like a logo. This is just like a logo. So let me put my picture. My picture there. So the name, say Michael name intro. Alright, so address external link, no. Let's just say name introduction. So just can just write anything as a description, name introduction. Michael's alias. You know, you're feeling it. Okay, so collection, there's no collection currently. There's no collection. So normally I should also have created a collection first, but since we're just doing this class, let me just leave it. Normally leave my name alone. Add dictionary. So now I can include property like color. Let me see. Um, shirts. Change the name to let's say blue, sky blue. So there's property of the image, sky blue. I can add more. I can say skin, light brown. I'm not dark now. I'm not dark. It's brown. Let me see. What else should I add? What else should I add? Hair. Hair is black. So these are things you can just add. Just give the properties a bit of touch. Black. Let's stop there. Let's click on save. So you have that on the property. So you can also add some level if you want and the like. Let's add level. Let's say um, text speed. We have 3 or 5, so we can save that. What else? We have stats. Okay, time clickable stats. What should we have there? Text style. Let's say text. style by God style correctly. This kind of style. Grammar, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh. Save. Okay, so now lockable content. Now, this is a part to note. What is lockable content? Like you want to include a file attached to your NFT. So remember, I said I'll be minting this my course as an NFT. So this is where I'll be uploading whole file and the likes into the NFT. So when I click it or upload it here, so it will be locked. Anybody who have that NFT will be able to have access to that my course of file. So I can just put the random word here and lock it. I can say I love myself. I love myself. So I'm just using a text. I can use a link to a document or so those people who create the music NFTs, they can't put the whole album in. They can't upload the whole album on one NFT. So what they do is create a link that is not visible to the public, that is a private link, and they attach it to the NFT. So once you have the NFT, you just once the lockable content is attached to it, once you have the NFT, you will be able to have access to that link that hosts or contains the file they are sharing with you. So I love myself, I live there. So is it an explicit sensitive content? I let them know, but no. Because here is where we have supply. So the number of items that can be minted no gas because so I can increase it cost to not editable. Let me change the polygon. I'm using polygon, not Ethereum. Okay. So for Ethereum is frozen, I can't edit. So I can change this to let's say 10 copies. Or let's say how many are we here? Okay. Let me see. We are 12, we are about 10 in number. Let me mint 15. So I'll share it to every one of us here. So you just drop your address, then I'll send it to you. So they have Polygon. That is for those that have wallet address. Trust wallet. I already told us to open Trust wallet. So to freeze your metadata, you must create your item first. Okay. So alright. So I guess we are done with all this information. Alright. So I go to create. So I'll wait. Tell him to please wait. It's going to connect to my wallet. Then I'll be able to mint. Oh, okay. Voila. Created. You just created Michael name intro. Wow, voila, we've created the NFT. So I hope we can see it. We just created an NFT on a blockchain. So we can have access to this NFT now. So you can see. So I created this NFT. Let me favorite it. So it's on an untitled collection because I didn't create the collection first. But if you want to create a collection, it's quite simple. You just come to your profile. Once you come to your profile, you come to my collection. Once you come to my collection, you click a collection, just like you are creating a collection for maybe your library, your music, your document and the like. So you can do that yourself. That is no big deal. So now this is the name of the NFT, Michael name intro. I created 15 copies of this so I can actually share this to 15 people. 15 people can co-own this NFT. If I've minted just one, it should just be only one, only me will have this. So now review lockable item, like I told you when you lock an item, so you click on review, it shows you what you have there. So if I've logged a link, you see it, I love myself. Close it. So you can see this is the NFT already on the blockchain. So if you want to buy, you free to buy. You can buy this NFT free. Let me list it for sale. I can as well edit it. Yeah, I can edit it, so I can freeze the metadata if I want to. So let me sell one. Let's say I'm selling one for 1 Ethereum. It's not too expensive now. Let me list it for how many days? Let's say 1 month. 1 month is okay. If any of you that change your mind within 1 month, you can come and buy. Okay. So now I didn't put any royalty on this. I didn't put any royalty on this. As we have created a collection, then I'll be able to put royalty on that. Let's just list it. Let's just list so. Sign. I'm selling for 1 Ethereum. You can say I'm not charging too much. So it's showing me my MetaMask currently, but I don't want to switch again because I have to reshare my screen. So let me just approve it here. Let me just approve it here. Still loading, it's still loading, it's still loading, it's still loading. Okay, so let me sign. So you can see it's not actually costing us nothing to mint this NFT using Polygon. Assuming it's Ethereum we use, wow, we'll have been paying a lot of fees. So whoops, you just listed Michael name intro. Alright, so I can share this on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I can copy the link, give it to you to view on your own. Let me paste it in the chat section. So you can click on that address and you have access to buying the NFT once your wallet is connected, or just seeing what I have in my collections and the like. So feel free to buy it. Feel free to buy it. I've listed it for 1 Ethereum, so that's the price. So you can see current price 1 Ethereum. So now you can buy it. If you want, you can buy it if you want. And if you want this NFT, if you want to have this NFT, quickly send your so someone should paste his wallet address. Let's send this let's do a test run on how to send NFT quickly. Anybody just paste your wallet address in the chat section. Just paste your wallet address in the chat section. Anybody? Polygon address, same with your Ethereum address. If you have Ethereum address, just copy and paste it. It's the same thing. So you just go to your Polygon, just connect your wallet through Polygon network. Alright, Moses Gabriel has pasted his address. Thank you for that. Let me copy. Same thing with your Ethereum address. Polygon is a sidechain of Ethereum, so it uses same address. Same thing with your BNB. They are both on the same blockchain, like similar blockchain, so use same address. So now to send it is quite simple. So you want to come to this gift logo that shows transfer. So how many that I want to send to Gabriel? Just one. Let's not be too selfish. Then I just click paste his address here. Is the item sent to wrong address cannot be recovered. So once I send it to him, I can't get it back. And if I send it to the wrong address, that is goodbye. So I click on transfer. So I click on transfer to commission. Click on transfer again. So I'll be asked to approve the transaction on the blockchain again. I don't want to share the tab so that I won't get so this screen does not get disconnect, disconnected. So let's just wait for it to load. Then I approve the transaction here. So it's always tell you to approve transaction because you are dealing with the blockchain. It needs your authorization before you proceed further. So I click on sign, and voila. There was an error in approval. Please try again. Very open to your mail. Open is having, I guess they're having issue. Let me try it again and see. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Already exhausting so many times, so many times. Exhausted almost close to 2 hours now. Close to, not up to, but close to. Started 8 o'clock and this is 9:42. I want to thank you for staying this far. Thank you very, very much for staying with me this far. So sign should go through now. Let's see. Sent, is it sent? Is it sent? Should get a response now. What is happening? Happening? What is happening? It said it's already open so quick. Let me refresh this page. Let me refresh this page and see if the number will reduce to 14. Are you 14? Let me check the history. Okay, okay, still refreshing, still refreshing. Mm. Okay, okay, still not sent yet. But that's how to send, Sha. That's how to send. That's how to send. So you can see, I minted this NFT. I minted 15 of this from this null address to me, and I listed it for. So you can see all the transaction history, all the operations performed on this NFT is actually being shown. So you can also see all this information at your end. You can also say I don't have control over you seeing it or not. You can actually also see it because that's the um blockchain for you, so transparent. And I can as well cancel this if I don't want to list it. I just click on cancel and it leaves that particular listing. So let's send again one more time. Let's try one more time. Transfer one, paste the address, two, click on transfer, three, transfer again, four, then I approve the transaction here. Should go this time around. I hope you have not slept off. Taking time to load. Okay, finally going through your transfer is processing. Would you transferred Michael name into it should be confirmed on the blockchain shortly. So it's processed. Once that is done, you see sent. So you can as well go since the transaction has been initiated. Add someone said add the add an issue, add an hacking issue somewhere. Yeah, I guess so. Was it hacking issue or they were doing upgrade? Yes, they were doing upgrade. Someone else has posted his Ethereum wallet address. Let me send to Nokib as well. I guess it's an upgrade, so I don't know if they hack them. So you can view this on the blockchain and see, just click on this address and you see the transaction being processed. So you can see the transaction on on the Polygon block, on the Polygon scan. So you can see the transaction hash, status is pending, the time saying is pending. So the fee we are paying for this, you can see we are actually paying nothing for this. So it's still pending. Let's see if it goes through. Let's go through. So let me send to not keep, then we'll call it a day. Share this tab instead. So at least you get it before tomorrow. Shouldn't even take up to that. You see, I've not been misbehaving lately. So click on transfer again. So now you receiving this NFT in your wallet, it will be worth 1 million. No, until it won't be worth one. It should worth 1 Ethereum here because I minted 15 copy here. So except if you list it below 1 Ethereum, then it won't worth 1 Ethereum again the floor price. But if you list it above 1 Ethereum, it's fine. You can as well advertise the NFT for people to buy and you make money with that. So these are ways of taking your way around NFTs. You can see it's quite easy to do, very, very simple and easy to very, very simple. So let's see what we have here. Having transfer issue again. Guess there's conjunction, that's why it's not going through. You can see this one is still pending. So, but Nakib, don't worry, I'll send it to you maybe later. Let me end the class. I have your address already, or you can send it to me privately and get it. All right. So, thank you for staying up to this time. I really want to appreciate every one of us for staying. So, do you have any question before we call it a day? Kindly unmute yourself and ask a question or type in the chat section. So, you can see NFT is quite interesting. Any question? Any question? All right, in the absence of no question, let's call it a night for today's class. Say thank you very much for coming. I hope we enjoyed today's no question. I hope we enjoyed today's series on NFT. Quite interesting one, if you must ask me. And NFT is kind of space that is actually interesting. NFT goes beyond this, so just take time on your own, research, do some more digging on NFT, how you can benefit from it and how you can use it to your own advantage because that's the sweetest part of it. Don't just learn, but also try to apply all this knowledge you've gained so far. So thank you very much. We're going to meet next time, next class, same time, same venue. Okay, how do we get a wallet? You can get a wallet using Trust Wallet. So go to your Play Store, download, type Trust Wallet. I shared a guide some weeks back, linking you to website of wallets and exchanges you should register on. And also check it out. Okay, I'll reshare it again. So you just through that because there are so many scam Trust Wallets, so you don't go and download the wrong one and after sending some fund you just swap. So you just need to be careful in this crypto space because so many scams are out there. So I will share it. Okay, thank you for sharing out your well of knowledge. Thank you very much for listening and attending. So, Madeleine, I'm going to share the guide again on the group and as well this guide for this class. So that's guide 3, this one is guide 4. So just take notes. So thanks for attending. I really appreciate everyone for staying to this moment. Thank you very much. So we'll meet next class. Bye. Good night. I didn't even finish this guide. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh wow, sent already. Okay, so Toby, you can check your Gabriel, you can check your wallets sent already. Showing success here. You can see it's showing success. So you can check. These are the information. So you can check your wallets. Don't know if you are still on the call, but you can check your wallet. Alright. Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you all for joining.